Gi-Hun's wrong perception was a key factor that doomed the players he tried to help in Squid Game Season 2. But how was Gi-Hun wrong? He was focused on the Squid Game's evil manipulation of desperate people. However, he failed to notice the twisted human psychology of those desperate people. Does that mean the victims are just as guilty as the oppressor? Not really, but if you think helping desperate people is as simple as offering help, and they immediately take it, you've got a surprise coming. This is clearly depicted in a seemingly meaningless, out-of-the-way crazy scene, which hints at the immensely valuable insight on why people stay in the horrendous Squid Game. In the scene, Choi and Woon Seok, two of Gi-Hun's search team members, follow the salesman. He buys a whole bunch of bread and 100 lottery tickets, all for the purpose of torturing homeless people in Tapgol Park. He offered either a lottery ticket or a piece of bread to each beggar, and, unfortunately, many chose the lottery tickets with 0 winnings. Eventually, the salesman threw down and stomped on all the rejected bread right in front of all the beggars. That scene shows how quite a number of people choose to gamble instead of taking the little bit of help offered. Failure to appreciate this fact is how Gi-Hun ended up trying to save people who resisted his help. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. It gets so much worse. We even have to question Gi-Hun's mental state. It certainly seems that Gi-Hun's perception of the world had been twisted by his experience in Squid Game Season 1. This is evident in the fact that he put his own life at risk instead of taking out the salesman in Squid Game Season 2. It seems that despite being free, he's mentally trapped in the Squid Game. And if he's trapped in the Squid Game, how can he free others from it? Wouldn't he keep them trapped in the game despite appearing to try to help them? One scene shows clearly that he's mentally trapped. The scene where the salesman breaks into Gi-Hun's motel. At this point, the salesman proposes to play Russian Roulette with Gi-Hun. You have to wonder just how demented this guy is that he would risk his own life to prove a point. Even then, when Gi-Hun has the weapon in his own hands, he chooses to play the game and sticks to the rules even when the odds of survival get extremely low. This hints at the fact that Gi-Hun is still stuck in following the rules of these made-up games. Yet the organizers of such games create exceptions for themselves, as was evident in Squid Game Season 1, where Oh Il-nam, the creator of the games, was not terminated even when he lost. That makes you wonder whether Gi-Hun is being unknowingly controlled by the Squid Game operators. And it makes you question whether the help he offered other contestants was subconsciously part of the Squid Game master plan to keep everyone locked in. That's particularly concerning since Gi-Hun's intervention ended in disaster. Even so, if Gi-Hun's wrong perceptions were the only issue, the Squid Game players that he tried helping would probably have survived. However, he made a bunch of serious mistakes, which you probably didn't notice, that doomed the entire operation. This is Brill Comics. This channel is supported by your generous donations.